Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok. Let's go. It's going to be a fun topic today because you guys, you understand you can never have success if you don't know who your buyers are. One of the most important things that you can know. Okay. So, welcome everybody. When you are jumping on, let me know where you're watching from today. It's going to be a good topic today. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me flip my screen over here. How's everybody doing today? You guys, do you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm sounding better. Tennessee in the house, Maryland in the house, Pennsylvania. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, we got Florida over here. We got Missouri. So, you guys, I have YouTube here and I have TikTok here. Pretty fun. Florida, back to back Florida. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. So, you guys, today's topic is so important. You know, this is where, and I'm going to help you with this today. So, what I'm meaning is, you can spend so much time trying. Hello, Robert. How are you? Oh, bless you, my friend. Idaho in the house, South Africa in the house. Love it, love it, love it. So, good morning. Thank you, Miami. Love it. I want to go to Miami again. I had so much fun in Miami. So, good morning, Texas in the house. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So, one of the most important things, you guys, is sometimes you can get so caught up on what are you going to sell, and then you get this really great product, or you create this amazing product, or you become a really good coach, but then you don't know how to find a customer. And so what happens is you start trying to sell people because you can't have a message when you think of just finding customers, right? Because you're out there trying to pitch and sell. Now, the moment you pivot and you know exactly who your perfect customer is and you start creating content for them, guess what happens? You develop that know, like, and trust. Because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So I want you to think about something. When's the last time? Good morning, everybody. When's the last time that you bought something? Okay, think about the last time you bought something. I'm not talking like at the store. I'm talking, oh, thank you for the love, online. Why did you buy it? Or why did you start following somebody online? Was it something that was interesting to you that you thought would deliver you value? Do you thought was so relatable to you? See, I knew I was onto something in my business back in September of 2022 when I started getting these emails. And the emails would be, wow, I just watched your video on TikTok and I swear you made that video just for me. Or wow, I swear you're in my head. Wow. Those are the emails I would get. It's like, I know who my perfect customer is. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. How can you discover who your perfect customer is? Because I can promise you this, the moment you know exactly who your perfect customer is, you'll attract them to you. Okay. Yes, I do have people from West Africa. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. A common interest is one of the most important things that you can do because you just kind of connect with people, right? So I want to cover that with you today, right? Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? I promise you guys I will go back to comments as well. Okay. I kind of want to get going with this flow that I'm really going to open up for questions and I can help you guys as well. That's the thing. Okay. Hello. Love all the energy today. We got a bunch over here on YouTube. I mean, on TikTok. No, TikTok, YouTube. And so pretty awesome, right? Oh, well, thank you, my friend. I'm starting to sound better. I'm excited. I think by tomorrow I could just really be hammering the rest of the recordings I need to get going for the community. I'm so pumped about that. Ohio in the house. Hello. And so let's talk about that. How do you discover who your perfect customer is? Okay. So the first thing I want you to think about, no matter what product or service you promote, okay, I want you to think about what is the biggest solution that product provides. Okay, just write that down. Get a piece of paper, write it down. What is the biggest solution that your product or service provides? Hey, IMD, I'm feeling better today. Thanks for asking, my friend. So, yay, I'm so excited as well, Jackie. What is that? Hey, Kelly, thank you, my friend. So, like for me, you guys, I promote 4 different digital products. These products are in the e-learning industry, which is the fastest growing industry. The biggest problems my 4 products solve is helping families get that additional income stream coming in. Okay, that's one of the first problems they solve. They help families never have to take a calculator to the grocery store. They help families learn how to make daily pay. Okay, they literally help families learn how to work a 2-hour workday so they can get more time with their family. Those are the biggest problems that my products solve, right? Because they solve that problem of time, right? Because nobody wants to start an online business to take more time away from their family, right? You're trying to get time back. And so that's one of the most important things. My digital products solve the fact that people want to have their own business. They don't want to know tech, right? And so I want you to think about the product that you are, and grab a piece of paper and write that down. What are the biggest problems that your product solves? Okay. Then now once you know that, okay, once you write those down, and if you guys want to put them in the comments right now, would be great as well. But once you know what your products solve, oh, thank you for the love. Hey, happy Tuesday. I didn't think what day it was. But once you know what products or service that, or what problems your customers solve, or what problems your product solves, now ask yourself this: who would benefit the most from having these problems be solved for them? Who would benefit the most? Right? So I look at mine and I'm like, okay, so my products solve the cash flow. They literally, my problems help you make daily pay. They help you get your time back. So who would these products be perfect for? Families. People that love to have more time with their family, people that love to make more memories with their family, people that are sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, people that are sick and tired of taking a calculator to the grocery store, people that are sick and tired of having to look at their bank account before they can do anything on the weekends, right? And so who is the benefit of that? And that's what I really want you to do with your product, because I can promise you guys, yes, getting out of debt. I can promise you guys this is so important to understand, okay? Vanilla marketing does not work. Hello, it does not work. If it was that easy, Baskin and Robbins ice cream wouldn't have 31 flavors. They have 31 flavors because that flavor of the week or flavor of the month, they know who needs that, who would love that ice cream, right? And so what I'm trying to get at is if you are struggling to get customers online, you're too vanilla. You haven't discovered the pain points, right, of the perfect customer. So this is what I recommend you do, and I'm going to help you pull this back. So again, I want you to do this. This is what I've done from the get-go, and it's changed everything for me. Okay. So I want you to, can you guys see my board? Yes. I want you to put a sad face over here. Okay. Whoop. And I want you to go to a happy face. So this is your customer. Okay. How, with your product or service, how can you get your customer over here? What are those things? So what you need to do, and I want you guys to do this, okay? I want you to take, I can promise you the moment you do this, your message and marketing will make sense. And when it makes sense, you can make millions. I'm going to repeat that. The moment your message and marketing makes sense to your perfect customer, you will attract people to you and you can make millions. I can promise you that. If you are not getting customers on a daily basis, they just don't understand what you're doing yet or who you're doing it for. So I'm adding like 3 layers. This is just the first layer you guys need to understand. But I can promise you the difference of you making daily pay and not is what I'm sharing with you guys today. And you know what else is fun? When you learn this, you start having fun. I literally absolutely love creating content every day because I know my message is going to set well with my perfect customer. And maybe today they take action and this week they can make an extra $2,400. And next month, maybe they can make an extra 10 grand and quit their job and have more time. I know that's what my perfect customers want. So I show up for them every day. Imagine if you knew who your perfect customers were. And here's something else to have fun. Make sure when you decide who your perfect customer is, it's somebody that you would love to hang out with and talk to. in the digital world, right? Like when my customers have success, my heart smiles. My favorite part of my day, which is my new habit. If it's a good habit or bad habit, but it's my new habit. It is kind of fun. I will wake up in the morning. I hit my snooze twice. I got to get better on that. But I just don't get enough sleep to not hit my snooze. And then I hit the second time and I grab my phone. I go right inside my community and I click on the wins. And I see what's happened because we are a huge international business, right? And so I know South Africa's been in their prime time when I'm sleeping. So I get to wake up to all these wins. And I'm like, man, this is so awesome. That's another family today that can throw the calculator in the trash can. That's another family today that's one day closer of getting out of debt. That's a family today that is scheduling this dream vacation this summer with their family. That's a family today that has a retirement, has that nest egg. And that's what I love. So I want you to think about you getting so fired up that you wake up in the morning and you can't wait to see the success of your customers. That's the person you need to create content for. Then you're going to have fun. It all of a sudden starts having fun. So, yay! I love reading the wins too. Yes. Hey, my friend, how are you? I like that. Home office, honey, backup. So great. I'm surprised you sleep at all. Man, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, how can I not sleep? I just am having so much fun. Oh, yes, I love Breathe With. You're creating a legacy for your community. Yes, we are. Yes. I love the wins. I know we all get so excited looking at them. And so the moment you feel that passion, that's your perfect customer. Like when you can imagine your customer buying your product or service and having results, that changes everything. Okay, it's really good. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this. So what I want you to do here, I might have over exaggerated this a little bit. So, okay, because I got to write. So let's just do this. So I want you to put the problems of your perfect customers here. What the problems? What is the problems? Okay. We are going to do some problems. And then solution. So we're going to put the problems up top. And then we're going to talk about how your product has a solution. Okay. Trust me, we're going to add another layer to niche down on your perfect customer. Okay. Oh my gosh, Faith, I love you so much. I don't know, guys. I might have something exciting to share with you guys today. I'm kind of fired up. I have a little conversation with Matha coming up here. I'm pretty fired up about that because she's one of my favorite humans on the planet. And oh no, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Likes attract. Let's go. So anyway, my problem, and I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna share with you what mine are for my perfect customer. And then I am going to, but I want you to think of yours, okay? Because you know yours. You know what the problems they would have, right? So well, let's do this first. Let's reverse engineer that. What is the solutions that your product has? Let's talk about that. I have a call with Matha soon. I love that. Okay, so time. For my perfect customers, their main problem is time. They are done trading time for dollars. Okay? They're done. They want more time with their family. Okay? Now, money. They're sick and tired of barely getting by because not only do they want more time, okay, they want more money. So I have a solution for that. What I promote has a solution. I want you guys to write down what your solutions are, right? And there's many layers to the time that I'm going to kind of share with you as well, okay? And so no tech, okay? This is a solution that my product has. No rejection. Oops. I don't know why I got the R. No. JEC. Wow. No rejection. And automations. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just doing 5 right now. Okay. Because I'm going to help you as well. And so no time. This is what my product solves. It solves the time issue for people because they can learn how to work 2 hours a day. It solves the money because I can show people how to make daily pay. It solves the no tech because the company creates the website for you. It solves the not getting rejected. Do you guys want to hear the word no all the time? Do you want to have to bother friends and family to buy from you? No. I solve the problem of that. Okay? And automations. This is your time freedom. This allows you to never have to get on the phone with people. This allows you to never have to get rejected. This is what that allows you, right? So these are some of the solutions. So if you think about your perfect customers, this is the problems that they have, right? No time with family, no memories. They can't make any memories because they have no money to make the memories, right? And they don't like tech, okay? And they're more of an introvert, okay? They're more of an introvert. So they don't want to bother people. They don't want to have to go bother friends and family. They don't want to have to friend request people. They don't want to live in DMs because they're kind of more, of an introvert. And automations, they don't want to have to do the work to get a customer. Ooh, what do I mean by that? They literally don't want to do the work to get a customer. So these are the things I want you to do. What's the problem? You guys, I could go on. I could share another 10 with you. I'm just kind of giving you some of the main ones. And so they don't want to do the work to get a customer. What does that mean? They literally want to have an online business, but they don't want to have to be the one out there asking people to buy. They don't want to be the one out there having to get on the phone with people. When I shared automations, how it's fully automated, they were like, let's go. Okay. So think about that for what are the problems and how can you solve that? This is with every product. Okay. So once you do that and you have a really good idea, now let's add this other layer. Okay. Add this other layer. Okay. You ready for this? If they don't solve these problems, what's going to happen in the next 3 months, 6 months, or a year? What's going to happen if they don't solve these problems? Never thought about that question, have you? What is going to happen? Okay. What's going to happen is they're not even going to know their kids, or their kids aren't even going to really know their mom. What's going to happen is they can't even make any memories. So that means they don't have any money to do anything. So they might have to go to bankrupt, right? They might have to go get a second job, and that's less time with their family. What else could happen is they don't like tech, is the fact that since they don't like tech and they don't understand that you don't have to have tech, they're never going to find a way to make income around their family. So they're going to have to go get a job, 2 jobs or 3 jobs, right? And they're an introvert. So they're like, dude, I could never go online. Oh, thank you, Phil. I could never go online. I could never do a video online. I could never go live online. Right. And so they live in that fear of just continuing to be broke. So in 3 months and 6 months, they're no better off, but they live in the regret. So I want you to take that layer and add that layer. What is that? What is going to happen in their life if they don't solve these problems? Because I can promise you, those are the conversations you should go have online. Those are it. Okay. It's kind of that vision, what's going to happen if they don't make a change. Right. That's one of the things you got to understand. Yes, exactly, Kelly. So that's one of the things they have to do. Okay. So what's the next? Okay. The next is, what is that? Okay. I want you to think about this. I want you to visually see this. I want you to think about you going for a walk. Okay. And you're going for a walk right now. And all of a sudden you hear your perfect customer. Okay. They're sitting there and they're having this conversation with somebody, and they're talking about their pain point. So I'm just going to use this as an example. So it's more kind of familiar and relatable to you guys, right? But I want you to visualize this with your perfect customer. And I'm walking by and I hear them be like, my husband just lost his job. And I've always been home with the kids. And if he doesn't get another job soon, I'm going to have to get another job. We're going to lose our house. We're going to lose our cars. I don't know what we're going to do. And I want you to think about that when you heard that, what would you say? What is that thing that you would say if you heard your customer talking about their pain points? Okay, now ready? This is your secret sauce. I wouldn't turn to that person that doesn't know me and I wouldn't say, oh, I have your solution. I have the best thing since sliced apple pie. I would start, write this down, with a story. With a story. You want to build a quick connection with your perfect customer? Start with stories. You guys can be in a huge room, right? With a lot of people in there and everybody's just chitter chatter and there's this noise everywhere. The moment somebody starts sharing a story, the room will quiet. The room will quiet faster than you going, hey guys. It will quiet faster when you be like, you guys, back in 2022, that's all you got to say. Everybody's like, what? What happened in 2022? And you will silence the room. So if I heard somebody say that and I didn't know them, I would walk up and I would share a story. And I would be like, I just overheard what you said, and I'm really sorry you're going through this, but I think there was a reason why I walked by at this time. You really need to hear this. Back in September of 2022, by the way, I'm a mom of 6 kids. I have 5 grandchildren, I only have 2 kids left at home. And time is the most important thing to me. And I wasn't having enough time with my family and I wasn't making enough income. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I was actually going to careerbuilder.com and looking for a way to make an income. But if I did that, I would cause chaos for my entire family because not only am I a mom, I took care of some of my grandchildren while my children were in college and pursuing their goals and dreams. So I would have caused chaos and I would have had to put my grandchildren in daycare, and that wasn't going to happen. Then I discovered this blueprint that literally taught me how to make daily pace step by step, easy to follow. I didn't need any tech skills. Matter of fact, I'm an introvert. And so I love the fact how it was so beginner friendly and it allowed me to do a copy and paste free ads method so I could build my courage and confidence before I had to do anything on social media. But here's the thing, I made $7,000 my first month. Would you be open to hearing about it? That's what I would say. I talked about the story, but I drove into their pain points. I only shared the part of my story from what I heard them say that I know they would be like, oh, right? Because I heard her say, I don't want to get a job because she would have to put her kids in daycare. Well, I can't say that because my kids don't need to be in daycare, right? But my grandchildren would if I would have had to go get a job. I wanted to relate to her because all of a sudden she knew I wasn't selling her. She was like, oh my gosh, you're a godsend. This is my answer. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for listening to this conversation and sharing this. That's when you know exactly your message to your market. So many of you would have went out there and you would have pitched your product. You would have pitched it. No, share a story and connect them to you and then say, are you open to hear about it? Now, that's in the real world. When in the digital world, you can't be like, are you open to hear about it? Well, I guess you could. And then you can do the call to action. But in a digital world, you do the exact same thing. Hey, Jimmy, how are you, my friend? Um, in a real world, the exact same thing, but at the end, I would say I would do the exact same thing, but at the end, like if you want to learn more about the blueprint that I follow, put yes in the comments because I would absolutely love to share with you. I would have said the exact same thing. For some odd reason, we kind of become a robot, become robots when we go online. It's no different than if I was walking by. So I can promise you, it's more important to understand what problems you solve with your product. Okay, what is the solution? What problems you solve? And then obviously you know what the problems are. And then who fits those, who has the extreme problems? Who has those that's extreme problems? Like if you're 55 years old and you have no retirement, that's an extreme problem, right? So that would be your perfect customer. Do you see what I'm coming from? Does that make sense? Yes, you can have more than one, but explain to me what you mean by that, right? Because let me give you guys an example. When I started sharing this, you guys can go back to my old content. You can go back to September of 2022. And somebody had said, how do you learn more about this? It's just go right here, you guys. Dailypaybusiness.com, and you can learn about the blueprint that I followed and how I made 7,000 my first month, 14,000 my second, 22 my third, and my fourth month I was making over 31,000, and it's just tripled since then. Well, actually more, but anyway, I just followed the steps in this blueprint. This blueprint taught me how to discover my perfect customer, which has literally been the game changer. It literally has. And so let me explain that. What I mean by that. So I literally was, I just gone after moms. And I've been divorced. It'll be 16 years on April Fool's Day. And so I really talked to, single moms that it was only your income. And then all of a sudden I would have guys message me and be like, or email me and be like, can guys do this? And I realized I was too niched down. Right. And then I was like, one day I was like, it's moms, dads, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. It's people that have a vision of, making more money to make more memories and have more moments. It's not the people that are just 100% okay, working 9 to 5, coming home, making a TV dinner, watching TV, falling asleep watching TV, waking up, going to bed, and repeat. That's not my perfect customer. There's no vision there, right? And so I had to realize I was losing a huge amount of customers by just talking to moms that, had the financial pressure of just their income. Okay. Because if you're a single mom, you know what I'm talking about. And it is the hardest thing ever. It's the scariest thing ever, mostly in today's world. Because, man, you can go to work one day and boom, your job is gone. Like you can be laid off and not even know what's going to happen, right? And they give you no, like, hey, you're good for 6 months. I'm like, nope, you're gone, right? And so the pressure's real, real, real if you're a single mom. Yeah. So anyway, so what was I saying is, can you have more than one perfect customer? Yeah, but give me an example what you mean by that. Who do you think your customers? Because it's probably connecting, right? Wow. There we go. Somebody just got their 2-week notice today. Bless your heart. Yeah. No job security, you guys. And I'll tell you what, the more the automations kick in the world, the more people's, and then here's what people are dealing with now. I had a gal that was on that, she's in our community now, but before she bought from me, she was on my live and she's like, my job will never be replaced. She goes, they can't replace me. And she says, but I'm not fulfilled at my job. She goes, I want to do this, as that plan B. And I eventually want to get out of debt, get a nice nest egg built up. And I want to walk away from my job. Okay. Guess what? She kind of searched a little bit and she came back to one of my lives and she's like, guess what? Friday I went to work and they outsourced our entire department. She goes, so yeah, what I do is not replaceable by automations, but our whole department can be outsourced from other people that can do the exact same thing for probably a third of the money. And she goes, I wish I would have bought from you back, when I first discovered you, because now I got to build a business as, oh my God, I got to make this work now. Anyway, I'm just sharing with you, you guys never know. Everybody should have a plan B. But why wouldn't you want to have multiple income streams? And I get it. Because a lot of people are like, I watch so many people work really, really, really hard to make $50 or $500. I get that. Not in today's digital world. You don't have to. And I love that. Yes, there is no job security. Absolutely. Hey, Rhonda, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, absolutely. So I can target divorces and middle-aged for pension funds. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, even those of us who had to kickstart their career due to divorce from a stay-at-home mom to a job, yeah, to full-time job equals shock. Yeah. And that happens a lot, right? Um, yeah, I'm live. I actually went live a little later today, Trina, because I had to do some things inside the community this morning. But yeah, yeah. Bill says nothing like gathering your family around and letting them that they need to be more frugal because you just got laid off. Ooh. Yes, yeah, but that's what's happening, and that's what happens, you guys. It's like we can focus on the money if you lose your job, but it's not about the money. Like, I'm sure that was tough, Bill. I'm sure that was tough to go in and have that conversation with your family, right? And that's the thing. It's like, but if he would have had a plan B prior to that, there wouldn't be an issue, right? That's why we are leveling up inside our community. And I'm like, when we launch our 90-day run that's starting April 1st, it's going to be the legacy run. And my goal is to take people inside my community and help them make 30K in 90 days. So you have that reassurance, you have that freedom, right? You don't got to worry about finances, because if you can make that, imagine what you can do in the next 90 days, right? And that's what I love. Yes, it is stressful. Yeah, your job is also not secure and you're stressed, right? So you live in that. So if you guys are living in a stressful space, then you're not completely present with your family. And you've got a little bit of irritability to you as well, right? It's tough. Yeah, it is absolutely tough. So yeah, Suzanne, I think it's great. Um, okay, so yeah, oh gosh, TikTok. Sorry. Oh no, I just swiped you down. Yeah, Matha says, "Thank God for Plan B." Matha literally just got laid off at her job. Her whole department did, or 25% of the company did, right? And her boss, her supervisor, literally didn't have a Plan B, and her husband is on disability. So their only income in their house is gone, right? And it's like that's what people need to understand. That's why I love what I do, because I can help people get that pressure off. So you think about it, what is it for you? What can you do? Okay. And so now I want to add another layer to this, okay? Because I was really vague, but now we need to kind of niche down a little bit. So let me hear me out. Okay. We talked about what the problems are and the solutions. You got to do that for yours. Now, ask yourself this. The problems might be the same I'm just going to give you my business as an example, right? I don't know your business, or I could help you with yours, but I just want to tell you, like, so let's say, for example, there's similar problems, right? For a 25-year-old single guy, but they're a lot extreme for a 55-year-old couple that looked at their retirement and savings and don't have any. Do you see the difference, my friend? So your message would be totally different. Do you get what yes or no? Did you guys understand what I just said? Did that impact anybody? Yes or no? See that there's a difference of you looking at, yes, good. You looking at the problems and who are they extreme for? Right? Because if I created a piece of content and I was literally talking to a 55-year-old couple, there's nothing about that that would stop the scroll of a single 25-year-old man. Okay? So there's where you need to niche down a little bit on the ages. Does that make sense? Yes. That's what I'm, imagine that. Like, what would stop that? Now, vice versa. If I was trying to create a piece of content for a 25-year-old single guy, the 55-year-old couple would never stop. They're like, Give it another 30 years, bud. Right? They would be like, dude, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. And so that's what you need to look at. That's why you need to, okay, now you know the problems your perfect customer has, but who has those extreme problems? I want you to use the word extreme because we all have problems. But the level of them, for example, Matha, okay, I'm just going to use her as an example, you guys. She literally had the problem of not having enough time with her family, right? She had the problem of not having enough money to make memories. But her problem became extreme when 25% of the company got laid off. Now she's at a different level of intensity and very intentional. And now, how much have you made, Matha, since you've been laid off? Ooh, I love this. Can't wait to start. Missed my son's childhood and trying not to miss the beginning of his adult. Yes, my friend. Absolutely yes. So now you think about it. So who would be Heather's perfect customer? That would be a 10-year older version of you. Imagine if you could go back 10 years ago, and somebody would have shared this with you 10 years ago, how different your life would be today. How much more time, how much more memories you would have had, right? Does that make sense? I'm sorry, YouTube, if you weren't hearing me very well. You know what I'm coming from? That's the difference. So how can I use us wanting to close our auto repair business down towards my perfect customer? And so what I would do, ooh, that's good, Stephanie. So what I would do is I would literally talk not just about auto repair, but talk about being a brick and mortar business owner where you're having to grind and work all the time. And so you are doing this so you can earn passive income. You need to go after people that want a passive income stream, right? Because you know, with you owning your own body shop, the only way you're making money is if you're doing hard labor. And that might be a lot of hours. Most of you have a lot of bills. Or you might be able to kind of smooth on by, right? You got it going good, you got it going good. And there's always unexpected expenses, right? And then you're back into the grind. But if you would learn how to have a passive daily income, that would take the pressure off. Everybody should set a goal in 2024 to make more money online than they do at their job, to master the 2-hour workday. So I have a mentor and we do mentoring. And there was a gal that literally, I'm going to find out what she does because I don't want to mislead the story, but I want to say, anyway, I will ask, but I want to say she's like a couples coach. She helps you find your perfect person. But she's literally she makes 150,000 a month and she follows a 3-hour workday. And she talks about it. She goes, no, I've learned to fully automate everything and I can get everything done in 3 hours a day. All her income earning activities can get done in 3 hours a day, right? So I'm telling you, it's not just my industry that can master the 2 to 3 hour workday. It's not. It's any business that learns to level up and learns to add automations. Okay. So to me, that's if you're going after a business owner, you need to really, that's what you need to talk about, passive income. Because imagine if you could start making an extra $1,000 a day. I'm sure you could cut your hours back, right? And work on getting out of debt, work on setting that nest egg back and then closing your business. Those are the conversations you would have. But, we have a gentleman inside our community that he has a business and he loves his business. But after COVID hit, it took his business out to where now they're like having to grind really, really hard just to make money. And they had a pretty good flow going prior to COVID. He is doing this for passive income. He's not doing it to walk away. He's not doing it to walk away from his business. He actually likes his business, but he also knows if he can get more passive income, he can hire more employees to do more of the work there. just like me, right? I've got a great passive income stream. Now I'm opening brick and mortar businesses, but I'm not going to do anything, right? I will have people hired. Matter of fact, you guys, we named it. You guys want to hear the name? You guys want to hear the name of our salon? I want your guys' feedback. Yes, the name is the Beauty Lounge. Oh, that's so good. The Beauty Lounge. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh. And they're gonna wear all black, and we're gonna get like, I want shirts like this and have like a really cool font in the Beauty Lounge. Isn't that awesome? And so my daughter came up with it, and then I'm like, I'm crossing my fingers and my toes, and we go to see if the LLC is available for the Beauty Lounge. And it was. So anyway, there's the name. But and then so we come up with the name yesterday, and then I got two people that are coming. And if you guys know anything about the salon business, like they get 50%, you get the other 50%. And of course, what am I going to ask? Well, how much are you making now? Right? Which is the same thing as how many clients do you have? Okay. The one makes about 4,000 a month, and the other one makes about 3,000. So the moment they come to my salon, that's 7,000 a month going into my pocket because they make 50%. Because all their customers are going with them. Because people are blown away how cool we've redone this. And we're going to do a huge marketing campaign. So anyway, I'm just excited. Yes. So it's literally going to change my, this is leaving the legacy for my family. Like that money will be put towards, of course, we'll have that little slush fund for the business because there's going to be things happen, right? Things are going to break down. You're going to need to buy stuff. And also I got 2 booth rentals as well. And so that generates, so right now, by the end of this month, it will be generating me 8,400. My goal was 3,000. Right? But that's all going to be going and putting to other investments to keep on building that legacy. I'm sharing you guys like what is available to make money is all. Anyway, I had to share that with you. You guys were the first to hear about the Beauty Lounge. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Yes. My daughter is so excited. Stay-at-home mom for 17 years. Husband is about to retire. I'm scared of economy and want to pay off debt. So yeah, that's why you're doing this, right? That's why you need daily pay. Your story is so common, right? It's like, that's something you guys got to understand is when you look in the mirror and you're not happy with the way your finances are, when you look in the mirror and you're not happy with the way, or when you look in your bank account and you're not happy with the way, just know this, you're not the only one. You're not. You're actually the normal. So with all that being said, what makes more sense? You figuring out how to change that, or you figuring out how to change it while you're helping other people just like you change it? Would that be more powerful and impactful? Wouldn't that be more empowering? Wouldn't that help you show up a better version every single day? Because not only are you helping you learn daily pay, but you can help other people learn. That's why I love what I do. Because together we create that movement and can change so many lives. Yeah. I'm in the United States. Yes, I will be doing a video, yeah, because we've been taking like before pictures and after pictures. But if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I have been showing it in my stories. Hence, that's how how those 2 ladies discovered us, by the way. Stories work. And people have been, they watch. They watch. Yes, way more empowering. Yes, I know. I love the name. Trina, it's the what do you call that? The hybrid. So I'm doing both. I'm doing commission and booth. I'm doing commission and booth. So yeah. So we have 2 rooms rented, and then I have 3 more rooms that I can rent. One's a huge room, like huge, that I either want to bring in somebody that does nails and pedicures or does like facials or massages or both, because that room is really big and it's plumbed and everything. So yeah. I know. I told you guys, I don't think it's going to be big enough. I don't think it's going to be big enough. And we have a gentleman that rents one of the rooms, you guys. He has like huge trophies. I'll do videos. You guys will see him. His name is Mario. But he has won trophies because he's really good at fades and stuff. Oh my gosh. Like I'm like, when we market you and people know that this kind of quality person can do fades and beards. Like he did Mike's beard, and I was like, oh my gosh, you look like you should be on a GQ magazine now. Like that is an awesome beard, you know? And anyway, it's just awesome that we have that quality of people. So I'm excited. One gal, matter of fact, you guys are going to see a difference in my hair. The one that I'm hiring, she does extensions. I'm like, oh, you got your first customer. So we're going to do a video what my hair looks like now and do a video for doing my extensions and then the after. And so, yeah. You're probably going to see a big difference in me because we got to create a bunch of videos, right? So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. We signed up last night. We were in MLM and they just cut my pay. Wow. Yes. Did you just hear that, you guys? That was so me. So they said we just signed up last night. We were in MLM and they just cut our pay 2/3. We need this. That was me. That was exactly what happened to me in 2022. I was grinding and working my face off in network marketing, but the only reason why I was grinding and working my face off because I didn't know there was a better way. I didn't think I could do digital marketing. I didn't understand it. It took this blueprint to help me understand it. But they did a corporate call one day and I was fired up. We knew this was going to be the moment, right? My pay literally went from 7,000 a month to 3 after that call. They said they were too loose with the comp plan. That was their exact words they used. They were too loose. I'm like, no, 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 no. You wanted us to build a huge, organization for you, and then you take it away from us. That was the day I realized if you're in network marketing or an affiliate marketer, you're not your own boss because they have complete control. They can change the formulations of any time, and they can change the product or the price, the commission base at any time. That's why you guys, when you want to start building your brand and building a business, start with something that you make 100% profit, where you can brand you. Then after you do that, sky's the limit of what you can do. It really, really is. So yes. Let me see. Yeah. Ooh, yes. A brow bar would be so good as well. Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. Yes, I'm excited. And she's really good too. She's such a sweetheart too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So okay. Do you guys see how we help just like us tell your story? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's go back to that. The only job security is having your own business. It really is. And here's the thing that I love, right? Is I love the fact that there's not that huge learning curve. I love that, right? There's not this huge learning curve. You actually can learn and earn together. Matter of fact, and then we're going to get back to the storytelling and discover your perfect customer. But I just got to share this because I love the fact that people can learn and earn at the exact same time. I really love that because nobody wants to add more pressure, right? Nobody wants to add more pressure. So I love the fact that you can learn and earn. Matter of fact, inside our community, we do a live webinar, a live weekly webinar. And it's so awesome because that's your ability to invite people and then you can earn. We have like a 50% conversion rate on that, which means if you invited 4 people, you're making $1,200. It's amazing to see how much money is made during a webinar. And I love that. I love that because people can learn and earn at the same time. Okay. Were you making more money from the ads than you're making from affiliate marketing? Okay. I don't understand that question. Because I do digital marketing, right? When I started, I've been from the get-go, I've been promoting 4 different digital products. Okay. These products are in the e-learning industry, which is the fastest growing industry. I still promote the 4 different products, right? I didn't start doing affiliate until last year. Okay. But I have reoccurring income with affiliate marketing. I do that through my email list. I wasn't going to launch a business with affiliate marketing because that's a small percent, right? So let's say like my number one selling product is 600. If I was an affiliate for a product and that number one selling product was 600, I'm only making 150 bucks when I get a customer. I don't want to start a business that way. I wanted to put all the money in my pocket. Now that I built a huge email list, I started being an affiliate for other products inside my email list that I don't even have to promote. Like it's promoted through my email list. Like I don't have to promote it on social media. And I do make over 12,000 a month now in reoccurring income. This is what I teach inside my community and going to really take a deep dive in it in April, because with all the uncertainty in the world, I truly want to help people. Like that covers all my bills and some. Like my daily pay is just to leave a legacy for my family, right? And give me that security that I need if something ever happens to me or my family. I love the fact that I don't have that pressure of any bills, that my reoccurring income covers that. I don't even have to market that. That's what we teach inside our community. But the copy and paste free ads was the best thing I did when I started, because I am an extreme introvert and I was scared to death. So it took the pressure off that I could just literally go online or go on the computer and I could copy and paste post free ads. I'll spend 30 minutes a day doing it. But I did understand the power of video, right? So I put a YouTube video in it. And so I built my YouTube channel. I'm now monetized on YouTube. And I built my email list and it did get me customers. That was such a phenomenal, it's such a great, solid start, because you think about it, I'm posting free ads and building a following on social media. And it can be done with anything. Like you could put a YouTube video or a TikTok video in it. You could put an Instagram video in it, right? If you did build a faceless brand, you could. Now, what I love about my community is we do live webinars, like I was sharing with you, and I give them access to the replays. So they can just upload that replay and add that in their video, in their free ads. So they could literally build a YouTube channel without even creating their own videos. That's the power of community. It's so different than Starbucks. What do you think Starbucks has done? Starbucks created a coffee shop one time. Somebody had their passion take coffee for the world, right? And they took the time, they got the messaging, the marketing, the prices, and then they allowed other people to be able to purchase a done for them coffee shop and make the money off of what somebody else had created years ago. But when Starbucks does a new flavor, it comes from the main corporate and they're able to market to everybody's customer. That's what we do in our community. We are able to take a done for us system and be able to apply it so we can build our brand, build our email, build our daily pay income, and do webinars together and allow other people to learn about it, the mission and the vision, just like Starbucks does, just like Apple does, right? Apple's not the only one that sells an iPhone, sorry, or any, right? Like Verizon didn't make this iPhone. AT&T didn't. Walmart, Target didn't, but they can sell it. But the marketing will come from, the message will come from Apple when they launch a new phone, right? And then the Verizon, everybody get to also share it as well. It's brilliant. It's been around for decades. People just have a hard time wrapping their head around it when it comes to digital. And I get that because it's unfamiliar territory. But mark my word, in 10 years, it will be just as common as this, as people talking about getting the next best cell phone. So you waiting, you're costing yourself a lot of money. So being that I am a dance fitness instructor, could that be one of my targets? Absolutely. Okay, here's the deal. You think about that. And I always think about this, you think about people that are dancers, right? Or are instructors. How many years can they actually do that? Like, seriously, like how many years? And when you're 80 years old, do you want to still be doing that? Okay. Or the other side of it is, imagine if you could have a passive income and you being that instructor. Man, that's just your passion, but you don't need to depend on that money. I guarantee you would show up a little bit different instructor. because you know you have this passive income coming in, mostly when you're out there dancing and you're out there working with your new students and you go back to your desk in between the classes and you see that you made $1,200. That's freedom. That's freedom. Every person on the entire planet should want that. So absolutely, I think it's great. Yeah, you bet. And here's the thing. Let's say you are, an instructor, right? What if something would happen to you or somebody in your family? If you walked away, your income would drop, right? It might go away altogether, or you might have to bring somebody else in to help, but then you have to pay them. So that's overhead. So that's less money being made. That makes sense. So absolutely, passive income, everybody should have one. Why not? Like, why not? What's a better plan? So absolutely, I think it's a great one to go after. Hello, South Africa. Hello, hello. Yes, okay. Let me go. Let me see right here. Yes. Okay. So somebody else says something. Happy and blessed Tuesday to the most amazing mentor in the world. Oh, thank you, my friend. I just love you guys so much, man. Last night, if you guys are in my community and you jumped off the mentoring call late last night, you got to go listen to the end. Like, I'm talking, I've never met the most amazing humans in my entire life. Like, I didn't want to get off. And they were just pouring into each other and getting to know brand new people in the community and people that have been in a little bit longer and hearing these stories. I was like, I felt so blessed. Like, I felt like I wasn't even sitting on my chair. And I'm like trying to fight back the tears because I'm already congested. And I know if I started crying, I would really get congested. And it was amazing. If you were on the end was so good. I was blown away. So if you guys are in my community, you got to go back and listen to it. It was wild. I don't know what, an hour and a half into like towards the end, go back. I don't know. It was amazing. It lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes because I just was like, I can't get off, not now. It was amazing. It just shows the pure heart of our community. And man, I can just tell you what, if you guys are like trying to decide if you want to make money from home, if you heard some of those testimonials last night, you would know you're in the right place. Yes, you would know you're in the right place. The end of the call last night was truly heartfelt stories of testimonies. It was amazing, wasn't it? Like, oh, it was amazing. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, it was. Okay. Anyway, yeah, if you guys want to learn more, I'm going to go back. We're going to continue on this, but if you want to go more or learn more about the blueprint, it's right here, dailypaybusiness.com. Just check it out. So screenshot that because this is important, understanding the problems and the solution. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to that. Now, this is why it's good to kind of go down. So we talked about the problems, but then your next question you ask is who has those as extreme problems? Okay. Now, the next question you ask after you say who has these as extreme problems, you ready? Then it's the why. Why are those extreme problems for your perfect customer? Why? Okay. Now, as creatures of habit, you're going to give yourself just a surface leveled response. Let me explain. Okay, which would be, they want time freedom. But why? Why? Because they're missing moments with their kids. But why? Because they didn't want to become a parent to not raise their kids. For me, when I started having kids, I really envisioned myself being a working mom until the moment I felt my son kick in my stomach. I said, oh, I will never put them in daycare. I will never put my kids in daycare. I never want to miss a moment. I never wanted to get a phone call from a childcare provider that my son walked for the first time or crawled for the first time or said his first words. I don't want to miss those moments. I don't care if I have to live on a box in the street. I will figure it out. So hence I opened a daycare, because that was 30 years ago and we didn't have the phenomenal technology like we have today, right? But that was it. That was my defining moment, that I will never put them in daycare. So what is that extreme for your customers? You see how I added the why? Do you see the difference of time freedom, or I never want to get that phone call from the daycare provider? Did you guys feel the difference? That's the difference, right? That's what you need to figure out for your perfect customer. So another one, well, okay, let me just give you an example of a boutique, because I had somebody that had a boutique and said, I sell clothes to, what was it? What's that word? Plus size clothes. I sell plus size clothes. And I said, well, why would people want to buy that from you? Oh, because I have speedy shipping. I'm like, no. That's why they were struggling. People don't buy because you have speedy shipping. I said, why would people want to buy? And I kept on asking why, right? And they couldn't wrap their head around why. So I finally said, you know why they buy your clothes? Because you created a video showing how they felt in that outfit, how they have their confidence back, and how they feel secure and confident, and they're going to wear this outfit, they're going to go on this job interview, and they're slaying it. That's why people will buy. And if you created content like that for your boutique, you would be able to triple the price because of your clothing, because you've delivered it so much value. People want it, and they'll pay expedited shipping to have it overnight, because you help people feel a certain way. When with what you promote, if you help people feel a certain way, they will buy from you. It's not any harder than that. Right? It's not any harder than that. Matter of fact, I'll give you another example. Let's say you're a dentist and you're like, hey, you need to come in here, and it's saturated. Like there's dentists, there's just as many dentists in a town that there is Starbucks, right? And so how does that dentist stand out? This one. How does that dentist stand out? I can tell you exactly how. This week only, I'm offering a free what is that called? Whitening for your teeth. And here's why. Because the weather's really nice now, and I don't want you going for a walk out there and you seeing your soulmate and you're too embarrassed to smile and you look down. I want you to be able to smile and be so proud, and they notice your teeth and they're like, hi. So schedule your appointment today. Do you guys feel the difference? It's no matter what you're promoting. You got to hit that pain point, but then share the picture, share the vision, why they would want to buy from you. Yes or no? Does this make sense? Yes? No? Help me out here. Yes. Okay. One person. Yay. Thanks, Susan. But that's the difference. You got to figure out their pain points, right? You got to figure out these pain points that people have. Think about it, right? Now, here's the next part. So you got to figure out how you got to get a little bit better with the agents. So for example, let me just give you another example, and I'm going to base it off of now because I'm just giving you two outside of my industry, right? Good. I'm glad it makes perfect sense. And so then I'm going to give you one back in my industry. So the pain that my perfect customers have is so perfect. Okay, here we go. It's so perfect and extreme for a single mom that doesn't get child support. It's also so perfect and extreme for a couple that really wants to retire and know they can't, and they would love to retire early so they have more healthy years, energetic years to travel and do more. So it's extreme for both. So what do you do in that case, right? Do you create videos for both of them? No. That's when you got to decide who is that perfect, which one would your heart like smile more? Which one would make you go do cartwheels down the sidewalk because they bought from you and they changed their life? Which one? They both would make you feel good, but which one would really make you feel really, really good? Because here's why I share that with you. You got to create your social media channel as your storefront. It's got to be your storefront. It's got to be where people can go and know exactly what you do. Your message can't go back and forth. So let me give you an example. I get up and I create an ad this morning, right? I create a post, sorry, not an ad. A video this morning, right? Piece of content this morning. And I'm talking to a single mom that literally just paid all of her bills and couldn't even afford a loaf of bread. And I create a video helping her learn how to make an extra $300 to $600 a month or $300 a week so she can get that financial pressure off. And I create that video for her. But then the next video I create, I'm literally talking to a happily married, remember she's a divorced single mom. Then the next video I create a video talking to a happily married couple that really had a goal of retiring at 55 and they're 53 and they know that in 2 years they're never going to be able to retire. They don't have enough money saved up and they don't have enough for their retirement. They don't have enough savings and they're in debt. And I create a video for them showing them how they can make $600 a day, which is $219,000 a year, and how that can happen in a year. Okay? Two, both extreme, but two totally different messages. So get this. Okay? Here's what happens. This is why it's important to figure out who's that message that you want to say. What would you love to say over and over and over? Okay, so this is what happens, right? Let me turn my phone down, right? This is what happens. So they're scrolling. This is a single mom or the divorced mom of 3 kids. She just paid all the bills. She's just decompressing because she's so sad. She just wants to cry, right? She just wants to cry because she don't have enough money to pay her bills. And then all of a sudden there's your video. And she watches that and she's like, oh my God, is this true? Could this really be happening? And then she clicks on your profile. And then she watches the very next video. And the next video talks about, I know you're happily married and you're wanting to be able to travel and do the things with your spouse. So you, during your youthful years, but you just realized you don't have the money to travel. There's a blueprint out there that can show you how to make $600 a day, which is $219,000 a year. She's like, $600 a day, happily married, retire early. I just want to buy a loaf of bread. And you've lost her. She goes back to scrolling because your message changed. Same thing. The happily married couple, he's figuring out the bills. He's like, babe, we got to figure something out. Man, we're not going to have enough money to retire in 2 years. We got to figure out what are we going to do. She goes, let me finish. I'm cooking dinner. Let me get to it later. So he gets on social media and he's scrolling, just hanging out, waiting for dinner to get done. Nothing good on TV. He's scrolling. Then he sees your video and talking about making $600 a day, which is $219,000 a year. He's like, babe, get in here. What? I don't know. You got to check this out. Get in here. And she comes in there and he shows her the video and she watches it and they got hope again. And they felt something again. And so they click on the profile and the next video is, how would you like to make $300 a week and be able to never take a calculator to the grocery store? And he goes, $300 a week? Like, what? Oh, hey, I like that. $300 a week? Like, we'll never be able to retire with that. I don't know what that video was. You've lost them. Because you guys, we have an attention span of less than a goldfish now. Like we get impatient. We live in a society that we get impatient that it takes a minute and 20 seconds to heat up popcorn in a microwave. We get impatient by that. So if your message changes, you are losing a lot of people. And you created 2 really, really, really good videos. So that's why you got to ask yourself, which one right now do you just want to really market to with that message, with not a surface layer pain point, but deep, deep, deep. Find the deep pain point and be able to help them see this is your problem. I have your solution. You guys can go to my TikTok channel right now. You can go to my YouTube channel right now. You can go to my Instagram channel right now, and you will literally know within 5 minutes or less on TikTok, 1 minute, and know exactly what I do and exactly what my intentions are. This is how I'm attracting my perfect customers to me, because they can binge watch me. Hey, I like that hat. Thanks, Nicholas. They can binge watch me over and over and over and over again, and they will get the message. And the more they hear it, the more comfortable that they get. The more they listen, the more value that they're getting, and the more it's raising their belief and it's getting them to connect with me. Connection equals currency. You want to get daily paying customers for your business? Connection equals currency. How do you get them to connect? Share more stories. Be true to your message. That's the miracle in the marketing. You got to be true to that. That's it. You have to be true to that. You can't have that scarcity mindset. Well, everybody is my customer. That's true. But people are smart in today's world. They don't buy from people that are vanilla in their content. They buy from people that they can feel that message in their core. Just like back to the boutique. Oh, that's a cute outfit. Then she starts to scroll and buy. Then she's like, confidence? Why do they have confidence on the screen? And she watches a video. And she's watching this lady have this dress on, and you can feel that confidence. And she's watching the video, and she's like, man, I just want to feel that way. I just want to feel that way. So she clicks on your profile, and she watches other videos, and you're talking about empowerment and how good you feel. And then they go to your website and they buy your clothes. Nothing about price, nothing about shipping. It was all about how you made somebody feel. That's all it is. You want to be a genius at marketing? How do you want your customers to feel? That's it. Don't make it harder than this, no matter what you're selling. I can promise you, when you get that message down and you can connect that way, connection equals currency. Everything will change. But you can't overthink it. Yes, connection equals currency. Yes, you can't overthink it. Your message really helped me today. Thanks for sharing of not changing your story. Aw, you're so sweet, my friend. Guys, this is the 4 keys of creating relatable content video in that. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, we are a society of specialists. Yeah. Yay, I'm glad that example was helpful, but that's it, right? You got to just be relatable. You got to be relatable. Okay. Now I'm going to add another layer, right? And that is, I want you to think of you. Okay. Because I can guarantee it, a 5-year younger version of you or a 10-year younger version of you is really close to your exact same perfect customer. Because when you can do that, you feel that emotion. You feel what it would have been like for you. Like, for example, I promote a 600 daily pay blueprint, right? Which 600 a day is 219,000 a year. In 5 years, you've made your first million online. You can change generational wealth. So I think about that. Honestly, I don't know if there's a day that goes by that I haven't thought about that. Man, if I would have known about this 5 years ago, what would I be able to do different with my kids, knowing that I made $1 million in 5 years? Like, how different our life would be. And I think about what we would have done, and more memories and experiences, and less pressure I would have had, less disappointment I would have had. So I think about that. And I think about, man, How can I help somebody in their 40s, even in their 30s, and even in their 50s that don't have this yet? How can I help them so they can get that time back? No different than anything. If you're a boutique for plus size clothing, think about you, right? Mostly if you own a plus size clothing, it's because you used to wear clothes that you didn't feel confident in and you were sick and tired of feeling that way. You were sick and tired of being embarrassed. You were sick and tired of having to pull your shirt down. That's a video, by the way, if you have a boutique, right? And so think about you. If 5 years ago you would have had these clothes, think about all the more confidence you would have had. Where would your income be? Where would your relationships be? Because you had more confidence, you had more power, you felt more empowered because you would have had these clothes 5 years ago. It's no different for any business. You got to find that extreme pain point that your perfect customer has. And that's what you share over and over and over again. Now, you ready for this? This is the icing on the cake. You realize when you learn to master this, you realize the algorithms on YouTube, the algorithms on TikTok will help you find them. That's awesome. Will help you find them. Think about that. So you're not just creating content in the air, right? Back in the day when TikTok or YouTube, when Facebook was the way it was, you created a piece of content, it just went to your friends. And if your friends engaged in it, it went to their friends. I think it's still a lot like that, but I don't think reels are. But it was really, really bad back in the day, right? So that's like air. If you're a business owner, that's air because most of your customers or friends aren't going to buy from you. So you're posting to air. It's a kind of a waste of time. So what Facebook did is, oh, you have a customer, pay me and I'll find them for you. And then TikTok's like, move on over. We're not going to make you pay to find your perfect customer. We're gonna design algorithms to find your perfect customers for you. I'm only telling you guys that because the moment you know exactly who your perfect customer is, like what I've shared with you, and you go create content and you do what's called a CTA in your content, which is a call to action, you are going to build your brand. You're going to build your following of your thriving, perfect customers. And you are going to build your brand, build your following, and you're going to build your daily pay income no matter what you're selling. Now, something I'm kind of mad at myself about is the month I hit $1 million. I wish I would have seen how many followers I had on TikTok. Okay. I wish I would have. And I don't know. Maybe you can go back to the data and you can see like at a certain day or, around that time. I wish I would have because a lot of people think you need a huge following to make money. I probably had 40,000 followers when I made my first million on social media. 40. I had a person buy from me last year when the noise of the shutdown, the TikTok, being banned in the US. They were freaking out because they had 250,000 followers on TikTok. 250,000 followers on TikTok and didn't build an email list. He was freaking out. He saw one of my lives and he got on and he goes, I need to build an email list. So I taught him how to build an email list. He built it quite quick because he already had a big following, right? I'm telling you, the best thing you can do for your family, your future, your freedom, your security is build an email list. That's it. You want to make money? Build an email list. Best way to build an email list is using social media and doing the CTA. The fastest way to do that is knowing who your perfect customer is. You guys, it's like it connects the dots. It's all a perfect combination for you. And then the more you so let's say, for example, I'm going to go back to the boutique, right? So you sell plus size clothes. You think the reason why people buy from you is shipping. We know it's not, right? It's because and that's why you're not getting customers. The moment you start marketing your confidence and empowerment, that you start building an email list, guess what's going to happen? Why don't you sell them something else inside your email list? You're going to go from an income of having a boutique to 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe less of having an income, an email that you can promote other things. That would, of course, complement what you're doing now. It's huge. When you guys understand the process, you can work less and make more. You can impact more, but have more freedom for you. It's all in the message. I can tell you what, you want to know how to make $1 million online, get the right mindset, understand your message, understand marketing, and you'll make millions. It's not a certain person who does it. It's not a certain criteria of a person who does it. It's those 3 things. And honestly, in that order. I wish I could make it harder than this. I really, really do. But it's not. And every single one of you, whatever you're promoting right now, could do it. Now, you want to do it quicker? Then make sure you're promoting something where you make 100% profit. If not, you're literally like, there was a gal in our community. I don't know if it was $6 or $7. And her name is Victoria. And I don't know, was it $7 she made on a mascara or $6? For easy math, I'm going to say $6. Okay. My number one selling product is $600. So she used to sell a mascara. Okay. And she made $6 every time she sold a mascara. She goes, it was a good mascara. $6. So that would mean if she wanted to make 600 in daily pay, she would have to get 100 customers a day to make 600 a day. That's why she was on the struggle bus. So she discovered this process. She discovered how to make 600 a day, and she made her first 100K in 5 months. She's only been doing this 7 months, and she's already halfway to her second 100K. And she's a full-time mama. She's actually an Army wife. Her husband is gone. So she's raising her boys by herself right now. This has given her the freedom. Do you guys want to have to get 100 customers to make 600 a day? Or would you like to get 1 customer? It's called time leverage. I can promise you the reason why people can't wrap their head around, making good money online is because it's what you're selling. That. I sell a mascara, make 600 or $6. I have to get 100 customers a day. Oh my gosh. That would be hard, by the way. You got to be smarter. But the cool part is you literally can make 100% profit and build an email list. Like right now, Victoria literally has an email list of several thousand, right? She literally could start creating. I'm giving you a hot tip right now. I'm giving it to you guys. She literally could start doing her lives and her videos and start talking about her mascara. Like, you guys, you notice this mascara, man, I'm loving it. And then she could talk about it in one email to her list of 2,000 people. She would probably sell 200 mascaras. That's the power of email. Because how would she sell that to her list? Because if they bought from her, they're going to have to be creating videos. And if they're going to have to be creating videos, they're going to want to look good in the videos because looking good brings them more confidence. Do you see what I'm saying? You guys are leaving so much money out on the table because you're worried about who your perfect customer is. You're spending so much time on that. You're not thinking about how you can connect dots in the world. So let me go back to the boutique. Okay. So he said, or she said, that it's plus size clothes and the owner, people buy because of the free shipping. I'm like, no, they don't. They buy because of the confidence. So what could you sell somebody that started buying your clothes? What could you sell in that email? Can anybody say anything? Good, Deborah. I'm glad this is helping you, my friend. I'm having fun. This is like my favorite thing to talk about because the moment you guys get it, ask Tim. Him what happens the moment he got this. Ask Cecilia what happened the moment they got this. It changed their entire business. Tim went, I think, from getting one customer in 3 months to the moment he did this training that I'm doing with you, but I kept on asking him, but why? But why? And we went past the surface level and he dove deep into the emotions and it came out. Tim literally in 7 months made like 150,000, 130,000. He's almost to his second 100K. And he's only been doing this a year because he figured that message out. It's the most important thing you can do to change your life. So what is something else that they could sell? I mean, you know, if you're wearing an outfit and you're kind of feeling good in it, probably want your face to look good, right? Maybe some hair products to look good, maybe a cool hat, maybe a cool purse. You get what I'm saying? You guys can have multiple income streams, and that's when it's okay to bring in affiliate products, because it's okay to make a less amount when it's already through your email, because you're not spending any time. What, 2 minutes to create an email, and that will constantly go out to your email list. You created it one time and it's constantly out there. I could literally open a boutique right now and turn it into 100K a month, probably give me 90 days. That's not an ego talking. That's I know marketing talking. You want to learn how to market. You want to learn how to change your life. You want to learn how to get your time back. You need to be in my community, because I will freaking rock your dang world. I will show you how to make 6 figures so fast your head is going to spin, because your perfect customers are going to discover you and they're going to be like, where have you been my whole life? Thank you. You're going to get so many thank you emails because you showed up. I can promise you that. Then once I create 1,000 6-figure income earners, I will create 1,000 millionaires in my community, because you guys are going to master your mindset, your message, and master marketing, and you will make $1 million. And it can be off of any product, but you're going to build your foundation making 100% profit, because you're worth it. I don't want you to work hard for $6 a day or $7 a day. I want you working your 2-hour hard for 900 a day or 600 a day. I want you to make daily pay. I can promise you, the moment you feel that, you are a completely different person. The person you are right now, the person how you feel right now, is not going to be the exact same person you are when you hit your first 10K. And you're not going to be the same person when you hit 30K in 90 days. And you definitely are not going to be the same person that you are when you hit your first 100K, first $500,000, first $1 million. It's not about the money. It's the person that you have become. That's more important than anything, my friend. Yes, the message is so huge. Yeah, automations are the best. Yeah, the best. Yes. Yes. Here at work trying to catch this may have to watch the replay after work. Yay, that's what I love about YouTube, right? Because the replays are available. And I just love that so much. I just love that so much. Okay. Yay, I love that. Kim's like, I'm going to be one of your millionaires. Yes, you are, my friend. Love that so much. Yes, love it. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to be one of your millionaires. Yes, you are worth it. You guys need to tell yourself that. And you know what else? You know who else is worth it? Your family. Your family. No matter what you're selling, you need to master your message to your marketing. You need to become so relatable to them that they're like, oh my gosh. Because here's the deal, your family's watching you. If they're watching you complain about your job, and they're watching you sit around being broke, and if they're watching you be miserable, you're telling them that that's okay because you're doing it. But if they're watching you learn marketing, if they're watching you learn how to master an online business, no matter what it is, and they all of a sudden start watching you make money, watching you feel a little bit better, watching you have a little bit different confidence, you've taught your kids something that no college or high school or middle school or grade school education ever will. That should light a fire under your booty that your family deserves the best version of you to show up every single day. That should light that fire under you, no matter what business you have, and light that fire where you want to figure out this message. So how do you do that? Okay, we talked about it. We talked about putting the problems up here, the solution. We talked about that. We talked about finding the extreme, right? But there's two different levels of extreme for people. Which one do you want to spend time on, right? Now, this is where you combine your story in it, just like I shared with you. When you're walking around the corner and you're hearing somebody, you start with that story. So what I want you to do is, after you take all of this today, I want you to go talk about your story, how it will connect with your perfect customer. Now, you got to take the so what's out. Write that down. Take the so what's out. And I'm going to talk about what that means. Yes, my kids deserve a better life. I will make it happen. Yes. So proud of you. So proud of you. Yes. So proud of you. And I love somebody's said earlier that, they missed out on their children's life when they were children. Now they're becoming adults. They go, I will not miss out on my adult children's life. I love that. I love that. I don't know if she's still available. Who's still available? Sorry, I'm kind of behind in comments here, my friends. My sister was my first customer. Yay! Yes. Awesome. $600, had not even did a video yet 2 days after my system. Yay! Like that's good to have your sister your first customer, right? Or your, somebody that you care about. Like, to me, man, I think it's so awesome doing this business with other people. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you want to? Like, I don't know. Yeah, let's be a millionaire. Absolutely. For someone who just have $50 course for now, would you recommend for them to do email list? Absolutely. Why would you feel different, my friend? Yeah, you need to build a huge email list because that's where you're going to get your buyers. So then you could upgrade. You could have all the income streams. There's no different. I could never do for my kids. I want to be able to do for my grandbabies. I have 12. Oh my God. That's got to be so fun. Oh, I was going to show you. I had 2 of my grandchildren here. First thing they did when they got here, Grandma, we got to get in the hot tub. I just want to squeeze them all the time. They're so fun. Yes, build your email list. Let's get you up, right? Get your money, get your business in profit mode, save the money to upgrade so you have multiple income streams. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Love it. Woohoo, so exciting. I have the energy as you. I will be one of your millionaires. Yes, Bill. Yeah, you have a story, my friend. I love that. You are changing that. I love that. So awesome. All right. Yeah. And that's what we are really going to be, that's what's going to be so great. So what we're launching inside our community, you guys, is what I'm sharing with you right now. We are going to continue to do this. But what's going to happen is when I do a training like this, then I'm going to send you guys out in breakout rooms where you can role play. Okay. And I'm going to have people in the breakout rooms that are our 5 and 6 figure earners inside our community so they can help you. Doesn't that sound fun? It's going to be awesome. Because I can promise you're going to learn more in this setting than you will one-on-one. You're going to learn more in this setting than you will we're going to learn a lot more in this setting than you will just watching a course. Right? It's going to be so awesome. It is going to be incredible, Steve. I can't wait. Yes. Yes, it is going to be so awesome. So you can, role play, because it's not only about just figuring your message. It's like you saying it over and over again. Like if you had a child learning to learning to shoot basketball, like play basketball. Yeah. You would tell him to practice. You would say, the more you do, the better you get. You wouldn't have him watch videos of how to shoot a basketball, would you? You might have him watch a few to work on his form, but you're going to have him practice, shoot the ball, shoot the ball. We're going to have you help practice your message because we want it to get comfortable for you. And you know what's going to be great? Like, I am blown away just the connections and the relationships that we have now. I can't imagine when you guys get it more interactive like this, the people that you're going to get engaged with and meet, and just you're going to, man, I can promise you, you're going to go from like, I'm just surviving my life to thriving in your life. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Yep. Practice, drill, rehearse. Yeah, exactly. My husband loves hearing all your Michael Jordan references when I'm man, I just respect that man. Like, you hear his story and it's like he just had that grit, right? He was never going to give up on what he wanted. And I don't want you guys to ever give up on what you want, whatever that is. And whatever you want, that's enough, right? That is enough. And I love that. So let me see. Are there any sample posting using the images? What does that mean? We all need to have the positive mindset. I'm sure have once everyone's. Yep, we do. Hi, Michelle. I'm new here. I must say you are very empowering. Oh, thank you, my friend. You have a special saying about you that attracts others. It's a beautiful thing. Well, thank you for the compliment. I'm just so passionate about what I do because I know if the moment you guys can get your mindset right, get that CEO mindset, and get your message right to your market, you are going to win. It's going to change your life. Literally change your life. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I could spend 30 minutes a day copy and pasting free ads to high traffic websites for free, and I could create 3 pieces of content and use a platform like TikTok, and I could make money. Never in my wildest dreams. I remember back in August before I was even on TikTok, I was like, I thought TikTok was a dancing platform. When I got on TikTok, I was like, oh my gosh, am I too old? I didn't know what I didn't know. It's no different than if you're a nurse and you want to learn to be a doctor. You can't be a doctor unless you learn the skills and the techniques a doctor has, and then you're going to make the doctor income. You can't just go watch a few YouTube videos and become a brain surgeon. So please stop thinking you're going to figure out an online business by just YouTubing videos, right? It's just not going to happen. Okay. Let me see. I definitely need to work on my message. Yeah. People say in my office, what do you sell? I sell a course to teach people, but then I'm stuck. Okay. So Deborah, if somebody asks me what I do, this is exactly what I say. Oh, I do digital marketing. I'm able to help families have the freedom and learn to make daily pay from home. You do what? Like, yeah, that's what I do. Right? That's what I do. And so that's how I answer that. When everybody asks me, oh, I do digital marketing and I get to help families be able to have the freedom to make daily pay from home, live their life on their own terms. You what? Like, this is all you do? Mm-hmm. You what? Right? It's not like that little elevator speech. So, like, for example, let me go back to the boutique. Like, if somebody says, hey, what do you do? Don't say I own a boutique. Say, oh, I have clothing that helps women feel empowered and build their confidence and make their confidence unstoppable. Right? What's that emotion you can pull into it? That's the difference. That's the difference. Yeah. Yes. You will be successful. How's that? Oh, thank you, Susan. You're so sweet. I have learned a lot about the perfect customer. I have been trying to sell to everyone, Jack and Jill. My perfect are those in the 9 to 5 and want to make, yeah, an extra income. Yeah. It's hard, right? You guys think if you're broader, you'll attract more. And actually you won't, because the message won't make sense to anybody. You don't want to be as broad, right? I can promise you. Like, I can promise you. Like, I love it when somebody doesn't buy from me because they're not my perfect customer, right? Because when there's people not buying from me, there's a lot more that are. And I'm like, yes, I got my perfect customer. Because if everybody was buying from me, that's going to fall apart. But when you build an email list of your perfect customers, people will hang out in your email list for a year and then buy from you when they're ready. Okay? Because they love getting emails from you. Understand that? They love getting emails from you because they are your perfect customer. It's so huge. Oh, Deborah's son is in the 3rd year medical school. Wow, what an honor, Deborah. I love that. Love that. Love that. Yeah, how do you build your email list? With exactly what I've shared with you today. You need to learn who your customer is, and you need to create content to attract them. And then you can use social media and you deliver value in a piece of content. At the very end, you do what's called a CTA, which is a call to action. So I will create a piece of content at the very end. I'll be like, if you want to learn more, if you want to learn more about this blueprint that I followed, put yes in the comments. I would absolutely love to share with you. That's the CTA. What happens is people will go to the comments and put yes or ready, whatever action step I gave them. I will reply back with visit dailypaybusiness.com for info or for blueprint or for details. What happens is, first of all, they're commenting, I'm commenting back. It alerts the algorithm that people are interested in this. They'll push it out to more people just like them. That's how I built my entire following. But people will go back to my dailypaybusiness.com. They'll go back there and it builds my email list. And then it's automated from that point. That's when I get to take you guys on that journey. It's the journey of the know, like, and trust. Man, I just want you to know what I have. See if you're going to like it and see if you can trust it's a solution for what you're looking for. Because the ones that say yes, buy. The ones that say no, just unsubscribe. And I love that. That's how I built my entire email list off of CTAs. Wild. Like I've given you guys a CTA. When I say, hey, visit dailypaybusiness.com, that's a CTA, but I don't do it until I've delivered you value, right? And if I don't get my goal of subscribers in a day, I'm like, well, I didn't deliver enough value today. I need to get better with my message tomorrow. It's so fun. It's so fun. Can you imagine trading 8 hours a day and traffic a day, driving back and forth to a job? So let's say, can you imagine trading 9 to 10 hours a day for learning how to attract your perfect customers to you and learning how to make daily pay following a 2-hour workday? Because I can get all my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. I just love that. You get the emails. You get the emails, right? And so we give you the complete automated system. We give you the templates. It's already pre-built and done for you. You just got to plug in your website and your name. And then we give you the email automations that literally have your, they're all pre-built for you. They're proven to work, right? And then you just plug in your name, your website, and your email. It's good to go. So, oh, thank you. Thank you for getting me back on. Yes. So I said to take out the so what's, okay? And so let's talk about that real quick here, right? We're going to talk about that. And so when I'm talking about the so what's, when you create your story, you got to get to it. And that's hard for some people because some people can kind of ramble on, which is okay, but it's not okay when you're trying to stop the scroll of a perfect customer. So let me give you an example of a so what. Okay. Back in September of 2022, I was stressed. I was overwhelmed. I just wanted more time with my kids. I'm a mom of 6 kids. I only have 2 left at home, and I now have 5 grandchildren. There's no so what's in that. Now, back in September of 2022, I mean, I think it was probably like, I don't know, 50, 60 degrees outside. It was a really nice day, but I had discovered this blueprint. I'm a mom. I have 6 kids. They're 30, they're 28, they're 27, they're 22, they're 19, they're 18. I have 5 grandchildren. They're 8, they're 7, they're 6, they're 5. That's funny. And they're 2. I didn't realize the thing. You see the difference? You're like, get to the point. So what, right? There was too much in there. So that's what you've got to learn. You've got to learn. So I even teach inside my community. I'm like, grab your phone and record a video and then go back and listen. And if you're saying a sentence and if there's a so what in there, trim the fat. Take it out. Take it out. There's so many people that say so much stuff that is not relevant. Yeah, it's relevant to you and it makes you feel good, but are you going to buy from yourself? Or do you want to create that powerful, impactful story that you can you can drive it in 8 seconds because you've taken the so what's out? It is the most important thing that you can learn. The most important thing that you can learn. So yeah, important thing that you can learn. Yeah, so that's it. And so think about that, right? Okay, so let me give you another part. Like if I was talking about, it's so hard for me to think of a so what because I've just learned to take those out. Okay, so let me do this. I'm just going to start. Okay. So, you guys, I promote 4 different digital products that are in the e-learning industry, which is the fastest growing industry. And I get to help people learn the skills to make daily pay. Now, I'm going to add some so what's. I promote 4 different digital products. One is a starter product, and this starter product is going to really help you start learning. I promote one that is a elite product, and that's going to help you really learn how to make some extra income. I promote a 6-figure blueprint, and this is going to show you how you can replace your income from home. And I promote, and this isn't really good because I'm not good at so what's because I've learned to take them out, but this is an idea. I promote 4 different digital products, or the premium product, and it literally gives you everything you need to be successful. Now, is that good to say? Yes, but not at the beginning of a video, because you've not delivered value for them to want to know what the name of the products are. Okay, does that make sense? Now, later on you can, but I save that for inside my automations. I want to pique their interest, not provide it all right there. I want them inside my automations because that's the journey I get to take them on. Because I can promise you, when you guys are inside my automations, you will get every single one of your questions answered. So you can make an informed decision that's best for your family. You cannot make a informed decision off of a 30-second or 3-minute video. The decision you make could cost you millions. So if I give you too much information, you're on information overload on a 1 or 2 minute video, you'll never get in my automations, and I don't get the ability to change your life. So that's why I promote 4 different digital products that are in the e-learning industry, which is the fastest growing industry out there. I show parents and I help them learn and earn how to make daily pay from home. They want to know what the blueprint is, what the products are, they'll get inside my automations. You can't give it all. You're too, that's why people are getting off your videos. You're being too boring on that. So another example, let me give you on the boutique, right? I'm looking at the clock. Okay. At the boutique, I can give you the exact same example for that. Oh, this shirt is blue and look at the lacing on it. Oh, and this was made by, and you pull the tag back and you look at who it was made by. They're like, who cares? Who cares? But this shirt, oh, it's so loose fitting. And when you feel the fabric of it, it feels so good. You're going to feel so sexy in it and so confident in it. Oh, and you're going to feel like you're not even wearing clothes. See the difference? Nobody cares who made the shirt. Okay. How they feel, how it feels is what they care about. It's the exact same thing. When you learn to take the so what out, everything will change. And it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. It's worth learning. I can promise you, it is so worth learning. Well, hey, Dindy, haven't seen you for a while. Jimmy, that's good. Yeah, there you go. You make that shirt look good. Right, because I gave it so much value. It is soft and silky, by the way. I sent a picture of the shirt to my daughter this morning. I'm like, you see this texture? This is what I see for the beauty shop, and beauty lounge, and this really cool cursive that's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Because you don't want things to smack you in the face. You want to have to kind of look to see them. It's kind of like the cool branding thing. Yes, you don't want to give too much. Yes, info at the beginning. Right. Exactly. Exactly. So awesome. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So good. I see the difference. Yay. Yes. Thanks, Michelle. This was very helpful. Awesome. And here's the cool part, you guys. This is actually recorded on YouTube. So you guys can go back and listen at any time. That's why, thank you, Trina. Thank you, Trina. This is all Trina. She's like, why don't you go live on YouTube? I don't know. It's a great question. Now I do. And it's all recorded. I'm like, that's so brilliant, right? Matter of fact, I thought about like, why don't I move my subscribers' lives over to YouTube? Because they record for you guys. Oh, I'm working on getting better. Let me see. Get it in yellow, Michelle. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Just purchase how long? Yay! Awesome. Welcome. If you just purchase from me as soon as I get off of here, I will get your welcome email and I gotta bounce off now. Everything's gonna be automated starting next week, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, so somebody said, yeah, Connie asked what I sell. Oh, it's right here, Connie. I sell 4 different digital products that are in the e-learning industry, which is the fastest growing industry out there. Helps people learn the skills to make daily pay. So why 4 different products? Because not one size fits all. If somebody has a goal of just making extra cash, they don't need a product to show them how to make $250,000 a year, right? And I love that. I love that I have options for you. So, yep, awesome stuff, Michelle. Will surely come back. Yay, love it. Oh, no, thank you, Trina. No, this has been awesome because now it's like they're recorded. People can listen to them later. I love it. See, this is the difference of community. Like that was a blind spot for me. Like, why didn't I think about it? You guys don't realize all the blind spots that you have, that you'll never be able to figure out what you have. That's why they're called blind spots. The way you figure out your blind spots is being inside of a community, an engaging community. And you be open to hearing what they are. Like she said that to me, and I'm like, done. Boom. What? Trina, you said that the next day. I've literally been going live every day on YouTube since that. She opened a blind spot for me, and I'm like, light bulb moment, let's go. And I implemented it. I can tell you, you've lost so much money in your life because you don't take quick action. You don't implement quickly. I just did it scared. I call it ignorance on fire. Just fell your way to the top. Yes. Let me see. Thank you. Yes, eye-opening. Yay! Oh, thank you, Jackie. You just made my day. So sweet. So anyway, if you want to check it out, it's right here. dailypaybusiness.com. When you go there, you'll be you put your email in, you'll be taken to a video I've done explaining the blueprints. You'll hear testimonials from other people in the community, and right below that is the 4 different digital products. You also get an email from me, and inside that email talks about how you can have an automated business working for you 24/7. If you have questions after you watch that email, please email me. I will be answering questions this afternoon. Subscriber live today at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to go do a video about it when I get off of here. I have to do today's call because Victoria's sick. I don't know. Maybe we can, maybe it spreads for TikTok. Maybe germs go through our phone or something. We all seem to be getting this. So I'm going to actually do today, I'm going to announce our next free webinar. And I'm going to share with my community today how to create newsletters, how to market it, and how to make money off the webinar. So, yeah, yay! Yes, our community is so awesome. Let me see. Yeah, I'm on my phone on TikTok and my computer, my Apple computer on YouTube. Yeah. So, yes, do it scared. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Hey, Cecilia. Yeah, you started it, Cecilia. I think you shared your love, girlfriend. Yes, ignorance on fire. When I go live, I sound like ignorance on crack. That is so good. I love that. Yeah, so fun. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully you guys got some value today. Hopefully you see the importance of understanding who your perfect customer is. And if you want help with that, you need to be inside our community because we help you with that. We role play with that. We spend a lot of time with that. So to get inside the community, you need to purchase one of my 4 different digital products. So you have something to follow while you're getting live training. You'll absolutely love it. If you want to learn how to make daily pay, you'll absolutely love it. So yay, you guys have a great day as well. Yes, see you guys hopping over there in about 30 minutes, but dailypaybusiness.com. Screenshot this. You want to find your problems for your customers. How can you solve them? This is it. This is your secret sauce. I can promise you guys. Have an awesome day. See you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bye, YouTube. You've been